What this rally really means to me, this means the future, the future that we all deserve. Right now we are facing an incredible threat with Monsanto and what it means for the entire world. We all deserve to have healthy food, we all deserve to have a healthy life, and Monsanto's not doing that for us, so we need to do something about that. What I think this rally could accomplish, what we have is two real big focuses. One is to inform the public, and we're going to do that today by marching. But two is to give people some kind of action that they can take after the rally's over. So direct action. Direct action is a great way for people to fight the forces. If we want to fight Monsanto, we're going to need to grow our own food. We're going to need to join the local co-op. We're going to need to support the local farmers markets. I-522 is coming up, and that could label our food, which is a step. It's an important step, but it's not going to defeat Monsanto. To gather more information on Monsanto, you can go online to March Against Monsanto.com. And then you can just Google an incredible amount of information that's out there. There's an incredible amount of documentaries, The World According to Monsanto, Food Inc., The Future of Our Food. GMOs have its own bad thing in the world. They're literally changing the genetic makeup of our food, which is not natural, but what they're also doing with pesticides and herbicides is we're ingesting some of that stuff. It's also killing off the bee population with the pesticides, and the bee population is incredibly important. Albert Einstein said that if we lose the bees, we'll have 4 years left to live. We need to protect the bees. We need to grow organic food. And there's so many multifaceted issues within Monsanto, within the health industry, the pharmaceutical industry. This is all connected very much, and all of those things are very important. One of the best ways that you can help to fight against genetically modified organisms is to educate each other. Talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors, talk to your family members, talk to everybody about genetically modified organisms, and let them know that you care about them and their health. Another great way to fight Monsanto would be to support the local I-522 campaign, because once we get that labeled, that'll give consumers an opportunity to make the choice themselves.
Well, Monsanto is a giant corporation, and nobody knows about it. I've told so many people about this protest, and they're like, "Oh, what is Monsanto?" Well, people need to be more informed on this issue, because it's all about greed, and people don't care about us. They don't care about anyone. They say, "Oh, we're going to feed the world," but the food that they make is genetically modified. It causes cancer. It's bad. It's just bad news bears.
So I'm really excited. We've got another march coming up. That's going to be October 12th. We don't have a time just yet because we're trying to leave it a little open, but it's going to be the weekend for Food Day. And Food Day is actually on the 16th, so we're going to be doing that on a Saturday instead, which will be the 12th. We have planned so far is to meet up at Blueberry Park and visit all of the different corporations that sell Roundup and Monsanto's genetically modified products, and raise awareness at those local places. So what's being done to change GMOs and Monsanto, and what actions we can take on a local level? On a local level, we can take a lot of sorts of different actions. The biggest one, I would say, is to grow your own food. That is the best way that you can know what's in your food, if you grow your own food from organic, non-GMO seeds, and especially heirloom seeds. We can also, at least within Kitsap County, join the Kitsap Community Co-op. That is a great way to support the local farmers and organic food. Drink. We've got support your local farms. Go out there and get to know your farmers, because that kind of relationship's important to build community. Support the local farmers markets, most definitely. And then educate each other in the community and continue to be relentless. On the state level, we've got the I-522, and that will allow us to label genetically modified foods within Washington State. That way we as a consumer can make the educated decision whether or not we want to consume these products. And on the national and global level, there's multiple things that we can do. You know, countries have banned Monsanto. They've labeled their products. Countries and activists have been burning down their crops, and I think that's a very, very important action to take. Burning their seeds, making sure that those seeds don't come into contact with organic fields. But burning down their crops is important because cross-pollination is a huge problem, and it's degrading our soil. So cross-pollination, what it actually is, what it does is there's two different methods of cross-pollination. One is through wind, and the other one is through bees. And bees come over, they grab onto the pollen on a plant, they fly off and they go on to another plant. And that pollen will pollinate the other plant and change the genetic structure of that plant when you're cross-pollination like that. Obviously wind is going to carry pollen to other plants. So that's how you end up with like Monsanto's crops and an organic crop next to each other, and then all of a sudden Monsanto's crops are growing into the organic crop through wind, through cross-pollination. These are all spreading these crops.
So then what happens is you have a perfectly organic crop that now has been tainted.
Right.
You guys ready to rally against Monsanto? Thank you all for coming out. I can't believe that we have such a great community to come out to fight against Monsanto. Over 470 people on Facebook said they were going to come today, which is great because even if they're not here, we can still network with all those people online. So Monsanto, it started as a chemical company, and they still are. And they've created Agent Orange, and we all have to wonder why our food is being made from a company that makes Agent Orange or DDT. Now, Roundup is one of their big products that they use to basically kill any of the any of the surrounding weeds that are around all of the food. And what they've done with their genetically modified food is they've made it so that Roundup will work for that food and kill everything else. But we're eating this stuff. When they first came out, if you look back in the past, you can tell that they said that Roundup was safe for the environment, it was safe for us to eat, and eventually they had to label their Roundup to the exact opposite.
Tell us where you are and what this event is.
The location I'm at right now is Bremerton, Washington. It's our hometown. It's where we're raising our family, and we're here to support basically the downfall of Monsanto and the GMOs.
And what is it that Monsanto does that is just horrible to you?
Well, for one, they're a big manufacturer of these GMO seeds, which now apparently they have immunity. So that itself is it's not a good thing for the future of my kids.
So we're here at Evergreen Park in Bremerton, Washington, getting ready for the March Against Monsanto.
Very good. And what do you see the purpose for the march being?
I think the purpose for this march is to raise awareness about all the different levels of wrong that encompass everything that is Monsanto, from the government takeover to the control of our food to chemicals that are going into our bodies that people aren't aware of.
And the destruction of the earth at the same time.
Yeah, it's so horrific on so many levels.
And we're here to protest against Monsanto and get them to quit poisoning us and using us as guinea pigs.
That's very good. So what would you like to see the rally accomplish?
I'd like this rally to bring more awareness to the local community about what this is all about the need to know what we're putting into our bodies so that we can be healthy and live good lives.
So I really hope that you get involved within what's going on with Monsanto. I mean, this is going to be the fight for your health, the fight for your kids' health, the fight for future generations. We've got the fight of the degradation of our planet, the fight to keep bees alive. So really, you know, this is the fight for our own survival, and we all have to get involved. We all have to do our part. We have to abolish Monsanto entirely. You have to remember that anything that you want to do in life won't happen if you can't breathe the air, drink the water, or eat the food on this planet. So please do get involved because it's crucial. Thank you.
Old Monsanto had a farm, GMO, and on that farm, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. That was the one I went to in '99.
And then I wasn't free because I've seen so many.
Yeah, totally.
I know. It's all about me.
I had to wave, sorry.
No, it's all good.
All I am saying is give bees a chance.
No.
No.
No more GMOs!
You say peace, Dave? Dave, say peace. Say peace.
Peace.
I don't want it. If I scoot over, I'll run over his foot, honey.
My mind.